we've seen throughout this top eight. People such as SIB's very own Snipes was kind of on that Mirage using the spear, and others, I was gonna say Zary on those gauntlets a ton on Mordex as well. But we're going into this first game, seeing a little bit of funky movement from Zary, maybe a little bit of connection issues. I don't know, or maybe just getting destroyed by Fate. No, we're gonna see an SD. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, okay. It's looking like a reset. That's okay. We're gonna. Oh yeah, it is. We're just gonna reset that. We're gonna get the actual first game coming up. They had to tease us a little bit. That's how it works.
And that's how it works. You have to do a little bit of teasing, like the people think that, Fate got off to the craziest start we've seen all day, getting massive damage just off the rip. But Zary was like, no, that doesn't count. We're turning it around. We're going to have a bit of a, restart, reset, so he can catch his footing. But, that did warm Fate up a little bit, so I don't think he...
Yeah, one of the challenges of the online sphere or universe, whatever you want to say, is those connection issues. It's a typical thing that can happen, and it's something that we have to take into consideration. So we're gonna allow Zary get that little bit of a reset coming up. But TheFaith looking, even in just that couple of seconds, looking pretty warmed up with that Nyx, like you were saying.
Ready and rearing to go, especially after waiting for so long. They were both waiting for a while, but it doesn't look like, that slowed TheFaith down at all. And it means they're probably coming out the gate, but now Zary knows that they're coming out the gate strong. So they should prepare themselves in this restart, get ready for it, and get ready to try to knock TheFaith down, possibly, into loser's side. I'm really, really rearing to see what happens, because we haven't seen too much of TheFaith, at least on stream, but they seem to be a very strong player, making it this far through all the way on winner's side, and again, very strong with their side. And now, finally, Zary's back. Hopefully everything's completely intact, and that yellow Mordex is ready to assault our eyes once more. Let's go.
Yeah, the typical Fenrir coming out, but that yellow color, man, it's almost like he's trying to play on Mishima 24/7 with the new, twos color change instead of being red team, he'd be yellow. And I also wanted to say that I feel as if probably more than not, people are having a lot of connection issues, specifically because, Brawlhalla servers, they're just not really the best in this patch. They've been voicing it a lot on Twitter, and luckily Brawlhalla, of course, or BMG I should say, recognizing it. And one last thing, I wanted to say, this Scythe Legends Only tournament is sponsored by SIB, by the way. We cannot forget that. But regardless, we're getting to the first game. Zary's looking for that GCD like ground pound. Not going to be enough to get rid of Fate, but is doing this damage unarmed already, Diz.
That is crazy. That was a start and a half. I said, hey, you have to come out the gate strong because your opponent is, and he did not take that lightly. Came out and said, I'm taking your stock if you even blink for a second, and it woke Fate right up, trying to get themselves back in. You can see the movement, you can see the urgency in the play. This is going to be a game and a half just from what we saw off the rip. Oh my goodness, game slowing down just a little bit right now, but man,
well,
I'd have to catch my bearings.
Yeah, rightfully so. Zary almost just putting that fear into TheFaith, just like, oh man, if I give this man any mistakes, it's he's definitely gonna use it to pay out. A GCD light is gonna be punished by Zary with a great Ensig on gauntlets. Not exactly an option you'd see too much, but definitely a good mix-up tool. We're gonna see some sidelights coming out from Zary's gauntlets, trying to mix up Faith once again. Faith struggling to even get this weapon is now going to be on bow instead of Scythe. A great heavy neutral weapon. Probably will be able to take this stock, and Ensig's going to come out. Zary not careful enough, going to get caught by that. And now we're looking at an even game.
Very even game. Solid damage coming out from Zary. The game, now that it's, back even a little bit, we're really going to see who comes out on top in the damage lead. These two players are great at finding hits and continuing to find hits right after. So it's really the first man to get their solid punish off. And the Fate doesn't even look like he needs a punish. Really just moving Zary around the stage. Not able to find too much on that side.
Oh,
the DC ground pound.
Oh man.
Stuck.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is some Moonin tech right there. That D-Sig, whenever I'm on Moonin, I definitely love to abuse that. Faith using it to its 100% potential. But Zary coming right back into this, able to get that recovery, looking for the ground pound. Faith's going to go all the way down. Weapon throw from both. Faith's going to cover any approach from Zary. Zary now looking for a ground pound. The second one is going to catch. And just once again, Zary may have been down these stocks, but able to bring it back just like that. Now we're gonna go back into neutral exchange. Faith, gonna actually challenge with unarmed, such as Zary was doing at the very beginning of this game. But now, back on this Scythe, Zary, of course, having that preference for gauntlets like we've been seeing this.
Definitely having that preference for gauntlets. It does quite a bit of damage, but right now the Fate is not trying to get hit by any of that. Not trying to hear any of that. Getting the damage key still has him off. Just making it back to stage, just reversing that weapon throw to save themselves from getting hit by that ground pound. Beautiful D6 DC. I mean, like, right now,
no punish.
He's trying to keep that lead, but trust me, Zary is not taking this line down. They're waiting for that mistake, trying to find that punish, and they're just about in multiple situations, just not able to capitalize fully. But it's staying close. Weapon throw, nothing, no cigar. Looking for an off-stage engagement, so close. I'm actually like sitting on the edge of my seat, hoping that something doesn't come out of nowhere and surprises me. Beautiful D-Light recovery, not enough to KO just yet, but we're still looking for our hits, not able to find anything. We're just stuck in infinite neutral. Stopping the side stick with a D-Light.
D-Light chase dodge. Oh my lord. Yeah, it is down to the wire here, Diz. Anything can kill. And that gauntlet, that gauntlet weapon throw into the ground pound is going to secure that game for Zary. Such a close game. I mean, Faith was utilizing that Scythe that we all know just excels at bringing your opponent off stage and just using that pressure. However, Zary was staying consistent on those gauntlets, getting those sidelight reads, trying to understand those patterns that Faith was showing. And at the end, Zary managed to get that win. And we're running it right back on Miami Dome. However, Diz, the Faith, he's going over on this Nyx.
I mean, like, hey, he beat a level 100 on his level 41 Nyx. I mean, like, he's no slouch on the side, and he's definitely shown his prowess in the matchup, almost losing their stock very early, but barely getting the stage back. I mean, like, right now, this seems to be the Fate's game to try and come back and redeem themselves a little bit. It may sound weird me saying redeem themselves, but they've been struggling against those gauntlets, especially off stage. Really underestimating the power of it, and has been caught off guard in multiple situations. And you really want to have something to counter it, fight back against it, and play a bit smarter. Can they do it? Because right now, again, even game, looking for those unarmed opportunities, and Zary's not letting him get a weapon at all. Even starving himself of a weapon a little bit. There's the gauntlets. And there's some free little damage right there. That's just what the Fate can't get around right now. And it may be the thing that keeps the lead. There we go. D-Light recovery, not enough. But they still have him up there. Juggle opportunity. Going for the N6. Very interesting option, I must say. Especially on stage. Getting the Seer. Looking for something. Edgeguard situation. Can we get something out of it? Low on option. Nah, makes it back just fine. Misses the side stick. I mean, like, right now, we're just watching basic neutral game, everyday neutral game, trying to find those options. Nobody really wanting to lose a stock. I mean, like, if I'm the Fate, I don't want to lose a stock that early. I want to try and get some momentum and control. But what do you think?
Yeah, no, most definitely slowing this pace down. Faith has almost turned it around on Zary in the sense of, you know, that weapon starving going on originally. Faith is like, I can do it right back. But all of these weapon throws have just really been concerning me because, that throws the gauntlets, then throws a Scythe. They just want to go unarmed, it would seem. And Faith's going to do just that. GC D-Light into recovery. Has these blasters, could get a confirm, but no, instead, Zary gets that GC D-Light in, or excuse me, just D-Light into GC Ensig, yes, of course. A true confirm option on unarmed. Zary's gonna get that weapon throw. Actually bait out a spot dodge. Get a little bit, but yet another weapon throw is just gonna continue and confuse Faith. This mental game is just as much as, you know, important as understanding the game mechanically, you know? So, definitely a good point to bring up there. Both of them gonna stay on this Scythe here off the weapon pickups, and now Faith bringing out a ton of moves, looking for these end lights, side lights, just bringing the damage onto Zary. Zary struggling to get this weapon, gonna get back on these gauntlets, something that is comfortable for him.
Yup, I mean, like, right now.
Oh, that didn't eliminate. Oh my god.
It almost did. It was a really good signature out. And another situation off stage against the gauntlets, we've seen what this has done a lot before. And woo, the GC side sig to clean.
The Faith managing to get these hits like where they count is. I mean, maybe not doing too much in neutral interactions, but those two sigs definitely helped out a lot.
Quite a bit. Doing major damage, having us, you know, really on the edge of our seat there, and getting us just blown out the water by. I didn't really expect to see that coming. Genuinely, I did not see the side sig coming, and I guess Zary didn't either. His movement has been like a major thing that he's been trying to use to get away from these hits, but the Fate may be slowly figuring it out from changing the pace of the game, as you were saying, and really and truly, it's been benefiting the Fate quite a bit.
Yeah, most definitely helping the Faith. This is the Faith's game right here, right now. Zary needs to change this around. Gonna get double side light, looking for that GC side light as well. Faith gonna go off stage. That Ensig on Nyx's guns definitely terrifying down there. Nearly being eliminated, but has that wherewithal to stay on. Ooh, Zary looking for that end line to Ensig. Not going to work on Faith here.
Not gonna find it at all, just reaching for options really. They do have the stock advantage, you know. If you're Zary right now, you're looking for a confirmed beautiful another delight into GC the Ensig. That seems to be a very good confirm, and the movement of Zary is really what's getting him those unarmed confirms, really able to get in there and stay out of, you know, punish range and damage range. But can they do it for the entirety of this stock? And
Eli, recovery. It's not gonna happen.
I mean, like, them recent patches really do be doing a number on these weapons, my brother. That's all I gotta say to you. Weapon throw.
Don't remind me, man.
It's a weapon throw off, a little bit off the stage. Finding the D-Light, not enough to KO, but it does put him in a decent advantage stage. Decent situation, there it goes. There it goes, that quick D-Light into Zary off the edge of the stage. Getting the Faith a game, 1-1. Okay, so they are not taking this lightly at all. They both really want the win. You can see it, and they'll do anything to get that win.
For sure, you know, that first game of the set going to Zary, but just like that, Faith turning it around, literally just controlled that match. I feel like that first minute it was a bit both, but beyond that, just controlled that match, as I've said. And the Faith actually gonna decide off of win, by the way, to switch up a character, going on to Mirage. So this kind of harbors back to my point, or maybe I didn't exactly make it, but I also want to talk about how who was it? I don't think it was Rage. Someone, it could have been Berserker. Someone was like changing just constantly, whether it was win or not. They were just kind of testing out each and every Scythe legend, which which I really enjoyed, because it almost just gave you, like, you still had Scythe, you still had the typical stuff you do, because I mean you're having to lock in a Scythe character. But then you just get those new secondaries, almost just mixing it up. It almost reminds me of some pros in the past that used to literally just change every time in tournament. One I want to say specifically that I always think of is Kyler Alice. He would just basically just pick random and win tournaments. It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
Regardless,
I'd say the newer age version, probably like Acno. Acno is definitely
Acno, yeah, that's also
quite a bit.
That's also a great shout, for sure. So, seeing that is definitely refreshing. Maybe Faith trying to adapt that into playstyle. This spear has been working pretty well, both in the red on their first stock. They're just clawing, looking for this first elimination. Faith's gonna throw the spear, is now gonna get that scythe all prepped and ready. But Zary being all too wary, looking for that dare into ground pound. Faith's not gonna fall for that. Faith, getting dared once again by those gauntlets. Faith able to get that D-light. It's not enough. Weapon throw is gonna get rid of Zary's dodge. And able to get that ground pound. Of course, going to weapon star. Yep. Okay. Great stuff from Faith there. It's nothing too flashy, but it gets the results, Diz.
Yes, it does. It gets them results, and you can see it right there. Weapon throw to clean up. Safe, easy, non-committal. Very good play right there by the Faith. But can they get that extra credit? No, they will not. The moment I speak, that caster's curse is way too strong, my brother. I can tell you that.
Oh, you don't gotta tell me. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a prevalent curse. Yes, when I first began, it was almost immediate how it started, and I was very surprised. But regardless, Faith doesn't care about any caster curse. He cares about this result in this game. But might get turned around by Zary right there. Oh, the Miami Dome wall didn't allow Faith to get back up. Zary gonna take full advantage and take the lead in this game, Diz.
I mean, like, that was incredible. And you know how you were talking about that immediate effect? That was immediate. Faith seeming to have the absolute advantage, completely getting reversed in only 3 moves by a beautiful play by Zary.
GC is gonna get that punished. Oh, looked for that delay. If that connected, surely he would have went for a ground pound as well. That would have been the highlight of this tournament for sure, Diz. But no, Faith's not going to allow that. Weapon throw into Nair, into another weapon throw. Zary's starting to show off, Diz, and I don't think Faith's appreciating this.
No, I don't think he's appreciating it one bit. I think he's really looking for an option to damage and to style. He's trying to take out your ego and you all at the same time.
Okay.
No, big punish. Can the Faith bring it back? I mean, like, they're good at damage.
I mean, brought it to 1 stock apiece. It could have just been a sweep there for Zary, but Faith making sure that they're still in this. Ooh, able to get a D-light into Scythe unarmed. Has been loving those unarmed options. Weapon throw is going to hit Faith and send them up. That is just how damaged they are. Throwing away the spear. Maybe a little bit of coverage. Wanting this side, but Zary's not going to allow it whatsoever, Diz.
He's like, nah, man, you're staying right where you are. I'm keeping all of these weapons. You're staying over there. I may have the damage lead, but I know what type of guy you are. And I'm just going to push him back, getting the Scythe, putting him in an offstage situation against the gauntlets, throwing the weapon, not wanting to play it over there. Finding the D-line, picking up the Scythe. We already know where this can go. Can the Faith pull something out?
The D-light. It was just not expected whatsoever. By the Faith. Good stuff from Zary, able to immediately follow up with that recovery and take this to a 2-1 situation. Backing out of the lobby, maybe another reset. I'm not too sure. Who knows? But oh my lord, what a game there, Diz.
What a game! And as you can see there, they really and truly, like, they're trying to play around each other as much as possible. That second game where the Faith really slowed the pace down, it looks like Zary saw that and said, you know what, if we're going to slow the pace down, we're going to slow it down by my means. You're not going to have a weapon, and I'm going to be able to keep as much pressure on you as possible. And it did work out there in the very end. I mean, like, the Faith was going off with those combos, but he hit less and less and less as the game continued. I mean, like, woo, this is quite a rough little situation we have ourselves in right now.
Yeah, most definitely, Diz. Of course, we did confirm with production. We're looking for some resets, restarts, however you'd like to put it. So, of course, going to get that all set up. We don't want any issues for this 4th game coming up, Diz. That game, it seemed... Some of these games in this set have seemed like almost so one-sided, and then it would almost just turn the tables like instantaneously, and that game, it almost felt like they were going just back and forth, and then all of a sudden Zary just flipped the switch and was able. Well, of course, that second stock of faith being taken out, on that right side, just on the bottom of Miami Dome, wasn't able to touch, and Zary took full complete advantage. That basically told the game right then and there. Of course, we're going into game 4. We have Zary remaining on the Mordex, and Faith yet again switching off. We're now on the Volkov. What do you think of that?
I mean, like, the Volkov is actually what I believe is a very smart pick, as you can see right here, getting a lot of good damage to start off with, because he has that axe, he has those very, very big hitboxes on those signatures, very strong signatures at that, and active input signatures, so you can really, like, take control of it, but it doesn't matter, the unarmed maestro, oh my lord, going off stage for a second there, low on options right here, in a very starkly different situation. Oh no, no weapon. Has advantage though.
I mean, like I was saying before, Scythe just shines off stage. That's what we were seeing. But of course, Zary's gonna go back on these gauntlets, get that sideline recovery. Faith's now down his stock and definitely needs a weapon immediately. Going to pick up that axe right here, right now. I think this could be a really, really interesting pick. Because the axe with its damage buildup, great weapon for damage buildup is kind of what I was trying to get across there, Diz. We're gonna see, that charged side sig on Axeman, just nearly unpunishable with that. Definitely going to catch Zary there. Faith now having the stage control, very important thing to have. Enlight's gonna get rid of Zary, and Faith's looking not too bad right now.
Not too bad at all, and with Axe, this is an even game. This is not a damage lead for Zary. Axe is the weapon of choice for everybody to get major damage. True combos that can put you straight up into yellow, hitting them more than once, setting them straight into orange. Very, very good kill potential. Just a great weapon altogether. Right now, Zary has masterfully been avoiding all of these hits, but the Faith is getting them in, and that chip damage will build up. He does have those very strong signatures, that nigh on unpunishable side sig on Volkov, among other things, that beautifully quick and sneaky little D-sig that he has, and that swift and strong N-sig on the axe, and not even to begin to speak about the side. So this could really be an interesting and probably lucrative pick for Faith, as we're seeing right here with the damage evening out, an offstage situation, one ground pound, and there it goes!
Faith, oh my lord, I was going to comment, Faith was being very cautious on that left side, almost going to 3 exclamation points. Zary's going to turn it right around, all that pressure with gauntlets, of course, going to grab that recovery, make it a completely even game, but Faith, actually favoring that axe, and it's very refreshing. But of course, on this side now, looking for that D-sig, trying to punish Zary. Zary able to actually touch ground and get that D-light, but Faith trying to turn it around like this. Ground pound, the Sair's not gonna hit. Yet another ground pound from Zary. This damage is being stacked up on Faith right now, and mind you, it's a 2-1 lead for Zary. This could be it for Faith in winner's bracket, and it is.
Player 2 wins.
What a game! I can't believe it's been like what the story of the game so far. Faith goes off stage against Zary's gauntlets. Zary's gauntlets reminds him where he is, taking him out and completely closing out the game there. That was a beautiful game and a very close set.